Have you ever heard that nature, nurture, and water go hand in hand? Isn't it very true? Without water, we cannot imagine life on the earth. We use huge amounts of water, not only for drinking and washing purposes, but also in the process of production. Water is also needed in agriculture, industries, and for generating electricity through reservoirs of dams. Do you know our Earth is called the water planet because 3/4 of the Earth's surface is covered with water. It is therefore appropriately called the water planet. There is a question popping in my head. We all know that 3/4 of the Earth's surface is covered with water. If there is more water than land on this earth, why do so many countries face water scarcity? There are many reasons. 97.3% of the water on the earth is salt water, which are found in ocean bodies and the seas. It is not fit for human consumption. Fresh water accounts for only about 2.7% of the water. Nearly 70% of this occurs as ice sheets and glaciers in Antarctica, Greenland, and mountain regions. Due to their location, they are inaccessible. Only 1% of fresh water is available and fit for human use. It is found as groundwater, as surface water in rivers, lakes, and ponds, and as water vapor in the atmosphere. Another reason is overuse and wastage of water due to increasing population, rising demands for food and cash crops, increasing urbanization, and rising standards of living. They are the major factors leading to shortage in the supply of fresh water, either due to drying up of water sources or water pollution. Last but not the least is low rainfall. It is one of the causes of water scarcity. Hope all these points are clear to you. Now I am going to tell you something very interesting about water. Water is a renewable natural resource. It can neither be added nor subtracted from the earth. Its total volume remains constant. Its abundance only seems to vary because it is in constant motion, cycling through the oceans, the air, the land, and back again. Through the processes of evaporation, precipitation, and runoff. This is referred to as the water cycle. What is the water cycle? When the sunlight falls on the earth, the water in the pond, river, lakes get heated, becomes water vapor and rises. This process is called evaporation. After the evaporated air reaches higher altitudes, it becomes cool and water vapor changes into small drops of water. This process of changing water vapor into water droplets is called condensation. These water droplets together form clouds. When they become too heavy to float in the air, they come down as precipitation. Precipitation that comes down in the earth in liquid form is called rain. So children, let us end today's class here. Hope you found my video interesting. Do like and subscribe to my channel and get notifications about upcoming videos. Thank you everyone.